All right. All right, boys. Sorry, I will be... Give me a moment here. Setting everything up real quick. Has a lot of... Hold on. We can go here. There we go. And then we'll F11U. There we go. Full screen that. All right. Alright, I'm just going to make sure the audio is working real quick, boys. And ladies, if any ladies are in. Alright. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. This is going to be... I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a good stream. So today, basically, we're just going to do NFL recap type shit. So, feel free to touch that like button. Helps out the channel a lot. You know, just vibing today. That's all. You know, so we're just going to kind of recap, go over some of the NFL stuff, see what stuff, you know. We're going to put this right there. Perfect. All right. Actually, I like it down a little bit today, so I want to hold this bad boy. The girth on this mic it's a good girth, man. It's a good girth. Anyways, so let's go to Road to Super Bowl 57. I know how to count in Roman numerals. As you can see, I have Roman numerals, a tattoo on my arm. If you guys are unfamiliar, I got another tattoo up here as well. So... I know you probably saw in my last video. The video before that, I did not have one. So, we're just going to chat. We're just going to chill. It's going to be a good time today. So, just going to wait for some stuff to happen here. And then we'll get right back into it, you know. You feel the vibe. You catch the vibes. So, the green screen, I know green screen isn't perfect. I know that's it's a little messy. Hold on, I'll fix it real quick. I'll try to fix it. I don't know if that's better. Alright. I have some... I don't know. See, I got a green shirt on, which doesn't help. So, you know. Anyways, let's see here. Let's see. So we're just going to go over the playoffs here real quick. So, see, San Francisco annihilated the 49... San Francisco annihilated... They annihilated the Seahawks. Sorry. I know the green screen might be a little messed up. It's a quick stream today, not really focusing on too much. Like, I don't actually know how to really... I don't know why, you know, I move away and it's fine. Because, like, if I scooch back, it's alright. So, I know it's a little probably horrendous. So, I apologize. What if I, like, zoom out a little bit? See, no, we don't want that. See, it's just, it's not very good. You know, you catch my vibes, you catching my drift. I don't actually need this on, to be honest. I don't need those on. I was just listening to some music, but... Alright, so let's talk. Let's just talk real quick. What if I zoom in? Is that what I need to do? Nope. Is that better? That's super close on my face, though. Holy smokes. I don't know. See, okay, so I guess it's when I move. It might just be my green shirt. That might be what's throwing the green screen off. I'm not going to lie. It probably is what's throwing off the green screen. But we're going to deal with it for now. It's a little horrendous. I'm not going to lie. It's probably, it's terrible. So, anyways, boys. All right, let's go over this. Okay, so San Francisco versus the Seahawks is an all right matchup. The Seahawks scored 17 points in the second half, though, or in the second quarter. Kind of impressive. Not gonna lie, against the 49ers defense. They were ahead at halftime. Kind of looked like it was gonna be a good matchup going throughout the rest of the day, and then we all know what happened. All right, now. We got the Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. This matchup was a nightmare. Holy smokes. After the Chargers went up 27-0, I said, watch out, they're going to come back and they're going to win. That is exactly what they did. I swear to you not. That is what I said. I told someone, I said, hey, I would put money on it that they would come back and win, and they did. So That was Trevor Lawrence probably coming out game, I would say. He had 4 interceptions, 4 TDs though, so he played a good game overall. Buffalo versus Miami. What was this game? The Bills should have beat the Dolphins by at least 10. But Josh Allen turned the ball over several times. Josh Allen is the reason why the Dolphins stayed in the game. Like, I mean, who Testing. Testing, testing, testing. Why is there no audio? Thank you. Can I not hear myself through here either? Testing. Hello? Testing, testing, testing. All right, there's audio now. I still don't know why it's not pulling up here, but all right, I think there's audio now. Hopefully we should be good, right? Why is there no audio? All right. Anyways, back to the games. Thank you. I don't know what games I kind of left off on, so I'm just gonna. Testing. Hello. Testing. All right, there's audio now. I still don't know why it's not pulling up here, but. Thanks, my guy. Thank you. So, anyways, the Chiefs. I think I left off on the Chiefs, so we're gonna quickly recap on the Chiefs. Chiefs Jaguars. Ironically, Chiefs scored the same amount of points as what the Jacksonville came back on, and that was enough to beat the Jaguars, showing that the Chiefs probably have a better defense than the Chargers. But Patrick Mahomes was also injured, so like the Chiefs to win this game without Patrick Mahomes, it just shows how good the coaching staff is, and I mean, who else they were without? Who they were without? Mecole Hardman, right? Like one of their top receivers. I don't know, but for Chad Henne to come in and lead a 98-yard TD drive, that's impressive to me. That's impressive to me. Anyways, moving on. This next game, we have Philadelphia hosting the Giants. This game was over by the second half. Philadelphia had a really, really easy road to the Super Bowl. I mean, they were without Mecole Hardman, right? Like one of their top receivers. Why is my audio so weird? Is that? All right, let's see. That's impressive to me. All right, we're gonna try this. It's a little wonky today. Not everything always works in your favor, so that's a little weird. Anyways, Philadelphia was done by the first half. I mean, what did they have? They had a 28-0 lead going into halftime. Yeah, this game was over at the first half. They had a cakewalk. They had Daniel Jones, and then they had Brock Purdy, and then Josh Johnson, and then Christian McCaffrey even stepped in for a little bit. You know, it's. I mean, what else can you do? You can't do a whole lot. You can't do a whole lot when you got that. I mean, props to the Eagles. They deserve to be in the Super Bowl. They were the best team in the NFL. They had home field advantage. You can't take that away from them. But they still, you know, I don't know. They still kind of surprised me, to be honest. But yeah. Anyways, moving on to the next game, we have the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. This game surprised me. Mainly because, like, I think the Bengals could have... Excuse me, y'all. I think the Bengals could have blown out the Bills. However, I did not see them blowing out the Bills in this fashion because, one, snowing, all right? The bad weather usually impacts and helps the worst team. It's okay. Okay. Not going to lie, the Eagles did have the easiest schedule in the NFL, but they do deserve to be in the bowl. I mean... It's going to be a good matchup, Chiefs and Eagles. Both QBs are hurt, so it's like they're kind of on an even playing field. But yeah, this Bengals-Bills game surprised me because the bad weather, you know, you think Buffalo would be able to at least play in the snow. But Josh Allen just wanted to go deep every time. You can't do that. I'm a quarterback, so like watching him play, it's like, okay, you know, you got to learn to take the short stuff. And I mean, I'm not a quarterback coach or anything, but I've learned and, you know, stuff like that. So I know what I know I can read what a quarterback's doing, if that makes sense, and I can read the defense and I can see what they're giving them. So when I watch football games, that's kind of how I analyze it. So Josh Allen just wanted to go deep the whole time, and it didn't work out for him. You know, he paid the price. That is not how I saw the Bengals winning, though. I thought it would be a closer game. Again, like I said, I think they could have blown them out. I kind of thought if they played their A game, they could blow out Buffalo, just because I think the Bengals are better. They're a better rounded team. I think Joe Burrow's better. I think they had a better run game, which kind of helped in the snow. So, and I think their wide receiver core is probably better. I think Bills probably have a better overall roster from top to bottom when healthy. Bengals, I think, maybe have. I mean, they got an offensive coach too, so they have an identity with their offense. The Bills don't. So, again, I did not see this game being a blowout, but it was. So, Dallas versus the 49ers. Again, I don't know if it was strange. I picked San Fran to win, obviously. I thought San Fran was better than Dallas. I didn't think. I'm sorry, Jimmy Jack Jordan. I'm sorry that the Bengals lost to the Chiefs. I'll be getting to that game shortly, so be patient. That was a good game, though. The Bengals versus Chiefs was a good game, not going to lie. And I will discuss some of the controversy with the coaching. I'll get to that. Dallas. So, Dallas comes in, right? Their defense was playing awesome from like weeks 1 through 9 up until about Thanksgiving. And then for some reason, their defense kind of like leveled off. They weren't playing as well for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not a Dallas fan, so I don't know who got injured. I don't know if there was a lot of guys that were injured. I know Tony Pollard got injured in this game. If Tony Pollard didn't get injured, this game maybe could have had a different outcome. At least maybe would have been closer. I think Tony Pollard is one of the best weapons Dallas has on the offense. So with losing Tony Pollard hurt them a lot. As for, I mean, Ezekiel Elliott's old, right? As for the 49ers, their roster, top to bottom, probably the best in the NFL. How many All-Pros did they have? They had a Pro Bowler at each position. They have, I mean, other than Brock Purdy, I really think if they had Jimmy Garoppolo, they would have been in the Super Bowl this year. I really do. If he stayed healthy, they would have ended up in the Super Bowl. I really do. I really think they would have ended up in the Super Bowl. But yeah, this game was a little boring, I'm not going to lie. The way it ended, a lot of people hate Mike McCarthy for the way it ended, but like, you weren't in field goal range. And if you're going to try to do laterals, you might as well have as many guys out there blocking as possible. I mean, so I kind of agree with what he did. It's just like the way it ended was very poor. Ezekiel Elliott got flattened, and that was the end of that. So we'll move on to the conference championship games, and then we'll discuss the Super Bowl. We'll discuss the Super Bowl, boys. So conference championship games. All right, this game, I felt so bad for the 49ers, okay? I thought the 49ers were going to the bowl. I really did. I thought they were good enough. I still think they were good enough. And again, I think if they had their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy, or if they had Jimmy Garoppolo, they would have ended up in the Super Bowl. But you can't do what ifs. So the Eagles are in the bowl. Respectfully. Excuse me. Sorry, that was disgusting. So, there's not much to say about this game. I mean, it just shows how good the Niners defense was. Can I get? All right, let's go to. Hold on, we're gonna go to schedule here. We're scores. It might be scores. We're gonna scores. Look at. Okay, nope. We want the conference championship games. All right, so it just shows how good the Niners defense was. Watch. Look at this. The Niners defense, right? All right. I don't know if stats. It would be under stats. So, the Niners defense, this is the Niners. They allowed 270 yards of offense. 270 yards of offense. That is elite. You want to hold on? Let's get to the other game. Their defense was elite in this game, and all of the Niners look at this. Oh wait, where are their touchdowns? Let's do scoring drives only. So they had 1, 2. They had 3 long touchdown drives, 21 yards. Otherwise, this one was probably off a fumble, right? So this was short. Pass. Penalty. Look, they got a 10-yard penalty on a face mask. Okay, let's look at penalties because I know this was a big thing. So, San Francisco at 11-4 for penalties. That's horrendous. Like, if you're a Niners fan, I mean, penalties either go or don't go your way. It's just how the game is going to be played. So, like, you can't blame it on the penalties. I as a Chiefs fan, I'm used to getting a lot of penalties. I think the Chiefs might have been, like, one of the least penalized teams in the league. But, like, going throughout the offseason or the regular season is just like, damn, Chiefs get penalized a lot. Like, Chiefs get a lot of stupid calls, if that makes sense, you know? Like, as a Chiefs fan, you just see it. And I hate to be the guy because I always criticize Aaron Rodgers for calling, like, hey, give me a flag. I hate to be that guy that's like, hey, you know, why you giving us a flag, or that should have been a flag. But, like, watching the games, it's like, damn, they really kind of get, I don't know, they get a little weird. They get a little weird with it. I don't like that green screen. Hold on. I need to zoom back in. I don't like the way that green screen comes out. I don't like that. Oh, all right. So just looking at stats here. I mean, average yards per play. Look at that. 4-4. San Francisco lost 3 fumbles. That is what lost them the game. They allowed 3 sacks. Third down efficiency was almost the same. They really lost the time of possession, and if you're San Francisco, you really needed it right there. Like, that is something that you probably needed a lot, is to have that time of possession. Also, breaking news. Let's see here. So, breaking news. Saints and Broncos are finalizing compensation in return for Super Bowl winning head coach Sean Payton. Former 49ers defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans and Texans reach agreement on a 6-year deal. What else we got going on in the NFL? Let's see. And we'll get to the Chiefs game after this. I don't know. Oh, well. All well that ends well. Am I right? I might be right. I'm always right. No, I'm not. I'm not always right, but you wish. I wish. I was right, though. So I will be doing a video, or maybe not a video, but a stream going over everything that I was right about this season. So I will say, though, I was right about the Chiefs being in the bowl. I made a Super Bowl prediction video. I was right about that. I said the Chiefs and the Rams were going to be in the bowl. I was wrong about the Rams, obviously. However, I did have the Eagles in the playoffs, and I think I had them going to the divisional round, losing to the Saints or the Vikings. Something happened. I don't remember what happened. But I definitely had them in the bowl. Or I had the Eagles in the playoffs. I predicted the Chiefs would be 14-3. They are. I will save my prediction for the Chiefs because I won't tell you. I will. If you want to go watch that video, feel free to go watch that video. And, yeah, you can watch that video. Like it up. Do all that jazz. So, anyways, let's move on to the Chiefs game. A little bit of self-promotion here, you know. As I say that, I'm just looking at this game. Okay, here's the thing. Jalen Hurts played all right, but whoever was commentating was sucking off Jalen Hurts so hard because they're like Jalen Hurts 15 of 25, 121 yards, an amazing game. That's what they were saying. Patrick Mahomes, look at what Patrick Mahomes had. It's going to take a little bit, but we're going to get to it. So Patrick Mahomes had... All right, actually, sorry, guys. I got to move this real quick. I got to get this going real quick. I want to turn this fan off. There, I don't need it on right now. All right, there we go. All right, let's go back to the conference championship, or not the divisional. Conference championship. All right, so if you look at Patrick Mahomes' stat line, right? People are saying Joe Burrow outplayed him. You have got to be shitting me. You think... You really think... I'm sorry, Joe Burrow played good. He kept his team in the... I mean, he was running for his life. Like, the Chiefs' defense showed up. That was the best I've seen the Chiefs' defense play in a long time. Tony Romo does the same with... He's a lot worse with Josh Allen. Tony Romo is so much worse with Josh Allen. But yeah, he was kind of, you know, licking and dicking on Mahomes. But Josh Allen is probably the most ridden quarterback in the NFL. But yeah, I mean, if you're a commentator though, right? Let's just get this. Let's just have a talk. If you're a commentator, like if I was commentating, right? I know that you can't be biased in an NFL game, but it's like you see Patrick Mahomes just like literally no look sidearm. What are you supposed to say? What are you supposed to do at that point? You don't think he rides Josh Allen? Also, why is my green screen messing up again? I'm so sorry. Really? See, I don't know. I guess watching both of them, because like I want, like, obviously the Chiefs and the Bills played earlier this season and last season, and in the playoffs he was more enthusiastic about Josh Allen. That's just my, like, that was my take on the way he did it. Honestly, if I had to pick one commentator who really kind of dick rides Mahomes, I would go with Chris Collinsworth. In that Jaguars game, Chris Collinsworth was way much into Mahomes. Like, there was something going on there. Chris Collinsworth was way into Mahomes. But again, it's Mahomes, right? Like, regardless of who you are, Josh Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, these quarterbacks do things that no other quarterbacks do. So it's like, it's hard not to want to kind of... Whereas, like, Jalen Hurts, though, in his game, I mean, I know he's injured, but, like, 15 to 25... Like, I mean, he didn't play that well. He really didn't. And I don't think he had any rushing yards either. Anyways, let's get back to the game. Chiefs versus Bengals. Yeah, you can look at all the penalties that were called on the Bengals. I think it was 9-4, right? 9-4. All right. You could say, yes, the game was called bad. All right, we're just gonna hold on. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Let's go back here. Let's go to NFL.com. I'm gonna show you something. Well, I don't actually know if this is gonna pull up. I don't know. We're gonna go to last season, because Chiefs and Bengals played last year in the conference championship game. All right, conference championship game, Chiefs and Bengals. Bengals obviously won. We're just going to look at the stats here. I don't even remember. Okay, Joe Burrow, 250. See, Patrick Mahomes balled out last season, though. Like, I really think he balled out in that championship game. And I don't know. I think the Chiefs overall played better last season in the championship game and lost. I mean, so did the Bengals, though, I guess. So, team-wise. Oh, what? Huh? I guess the Bengals had more penalties there, too. See, I was thinking something. What? There was something that happened. What were the penalties on? I don't know if I can actually see that. Joe Burrow threw an interception last year. Did he really? I didn't know that. Anyways, let's go back to this game. So, well, anyways, the drives that I was going to show. So this one, right? Where's that penalty? Wasn't there a penalty on this drive? Is there not a penalty on this drive? Was it the next drive? I think it was this drive, actually. Ooh, nope, there's no penalty there either. Which one was it? Alright, anyways. The Chiefs had two penalties that were like kind of like, okay. I understand Bengals obviously got the shit end of the stick with the penalties. They got more penalties called against them. But that late hit out of bounds, you got to call that. You have to call that. That's been called all year. Yes, you could say they were, harassing Mahomes or harassing Burrow in the backfield and hitting him a lot harder than they probably should have. That's aside the point. Chiefs got a touchdown called back from a weird holding call. I mean, you can call it, but it wasn't terrible. They let a lot worse sliding this game, so to call that back, it's like, really? The Chiefs also got a really, really strange pass interference call. Yes, the guy was there before the ball hit, but it was close, right? Like, that call is called maybe 50% of the time, maybe 70% of the time. So it wasn't a call that had to be called, and it was really close, if I can find it. But yeah, the Bengals had a few calls, like that hold when the Chiefs got to redo on downs. Like, that is probably what the people are saying is the most, like, thing that's making it seem rigged. 5th down is not okay. Okay, the way to explain this, it's tough. And as a Chiefs fan, it's like, okay, well, if they would have got the first down and made us redo it, it's like, damn, why are they making us The Chiefs just didn't get the first down, so it just makes it look worse than it probably was for a Bengals fan. But the Chiefs didn't score, so nothing happened from that play. Like, a lot of people say, like, okay, yeah, they got a 5th down. Nothing happened. Like, they still punted. Like, no score happened. It would be, I think it would be one thing if the Chiefs scored either a field goal or a touchdown on that drive, but they didn't. So, things come back. It's karma. So Chiefs didn't score. They kind of made up for it. Maybe wasted a little bit of time off the clock. But, like, the time that they wasted off the clock, Mahomes would have just had at the end of the game to go down and score. And it's like, okay. And, yeah, they got that first down because of a holding. But, like, if you're a ref in that position, it's like you don't call that hold, Chief fans are going to be livid. You call that hold, Bengals fans are going to be livid. Like, there's no happy medium here. And that's the call that's probably... Time was taken off the clock, but it didn't help the Bengals at all. Like, the time being taken off the clock didn't help the Bengals because they punted. And... the most time they got taken off that clock, if you look, I think it was like, because they went incomplete pass, or sacked, penalty, flag thrown. So clock was reset, 10:29. Then it was 10:24. Flag thrown, you get a first down. That's 6 seconds. You get, hold on. Because it was a punt in the 4th quarter, right? It was... was it before or after the fumble? It was this one. All right. So, so a minute got taken off the clock. You give Patrick Mahomes a minute and 30 seconds. I don't know why there would be a rough call on Mixon. But Burrow, they were assaulting Burrow. I can't disagree there. Like, but they weren't calling it on either side. If you look at what they were doing to Mahomes, they were diving at Mahomes' legs. You can't hit the quarterback low. Like, they were tackling at his ankles, and you can't do that. So, like, there could have been calls on either side. But they wasted a minute. If you don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to go down in a minute and a half and score a field goal at least after the punt return, he would have just ran down the clock. You guys had, how many timeouts did you guys have at that point? You had one, maybe one timeout, if none. You guys punted, right? You guys punted right after, or you threw an interception after already punting. You punted here, and then gave the Chiefs. You punted. Chiefs got the ball back at 30 because they got 40 seconds. The grounding call? What no call on Mahomes? Didn't Mahomes threw a grounding penalty? Is that what you're saying? Mahomes had an intentional grounding penalty? I wish I could go back and review the game. I probably could. That was tough. That call was tough. If you go back and review that play, the guy got blocked into it, the other guy. But if you watch the Patriots game, right? The Patriots versus Jets, they didn't call it. Most of the time, if it's that late in the game, they won't call a penalty. Something like that, it's like, okay. Now, if the guy would have scored, maybe they threw the flag. I don't know. But the guy didn't score. And the only reason they had to call that flag on that out of bounds. They had to. That was like, do I agree with the flag? Do I think that's how the game should end? No, I don't think that's how the game should have ended. But they have to throw that flag. They can't not throw that flag. That makes sense. Oh, this is last year's game. What am I doing? All right, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? No, there we go. But I don't know. There's always going to be controversy. There was controversy in the Eagles 49ers game. Flags are going to go your way. Sometimes flags aren't going to go your way. Again, Bengals should have played better instead of having 2 straight punts, a field goal, interception, field goal, punt. They went interception, punt. Like, Bengals should have played better. Yeah, they had 2 non-holding calls, but again, go back and watch the game. Watch every drive. I'm not trying to shit talk you. Go back and watch every drive, every pass snap. About 75% of those plays were holds. If you look at the Chiefs against the Bengals, watch their pass rush get held. Watch it. There were times that Joe Burrow escaped. Look at how much Chris Jones was being held. Go back and watch. Like, hold on. I'll try to pull up the game. I'll try to pull up the game for you. Let me undo that there. I'm not gonna play every drive, but like 75% of the plays that were called, there was a holding call. That's how it is in the NFL. You can't, like, the guys are too big and strong to not get a holding call against, and you can't call it every time. See, I disagree. Joe Burrow had 2 interceptions. Joe Burrow had 2 interceptions. They punted a few times. I mean, he had 5 sacks. But you can't go off that. Dang. Why is it not letting me log in? I don't know. There's a lot that could have, I am by no means saying the refs were perfect in the game. The refs had a few missed calls on both sides and called some on some sides that, they didn't call. Like, I don't know. The refs weren't perfect. I'm not saying they were, but the Chiefs could have. Say the Chiefs didn't get that holding call on them. The Chiefs would have been up by a touchdown when the Isaiah Pacheco ran it in. That, like, without that, they would have won. Like, I don't know. All right. So I got the game here. Again, I'm not trying to shit talk you, but it's tough. It's close. If they didn't no calls throughout the whole game, Chiefs probably would have won. Bengals, I don't know. It's hard. It's a tough thing to say because the refs do play a factor in NFL games. That's why there's refs. All right. I don't know. All right, let's go. See, it's going to be hard to kind of get this here. All right, where was the touchdown? What is this? All right. Is this where they? Is this where Isaiah Pacheco probably scored a touchdown? No, this is where they punted. Right? Am I wrong? All right, 3rd and goal. No, this is where they punted. Or not punted. All right, 4th and goal. Wait. All right. I think this is where the hold was. Yes, this was the hold right here. All right. So here's the hold. We're going to play this real quick. So I'm sure it will replay. All right. Here's Isaiah Pacheco's run. So if they don't call that flag, Chiefs are up 10-0. They score another touchdown later that half. They would have been up 17-3. All right. Okay. We're going to take a look at this hold here because I know it shows. This was probably one of the weakest holding calls I've seen in a while. The guy's arm was here. I don't know. It's hard to explain. All right. So here's Wiley. His arm, he's not holding him. His arm is just in front of him. Like the guy got away. I don't know how that's holding. I really don't know how that's holding. That's just good blocking. Look, he lets go. And is he grabbing him? No. He's just on his back. Like, I don't know. That's not holding, but. So the Chiefs had to settle for a field goal here. They still, so like 4 points, they would have had 24 points instead of 23. Bengals would have had to go down and score a touchdown at that point. I don't know. I can't go through and, like, see, that was a flag that should have been called. I don't know. All right. We're going to see. Okay. I think this is a drive the Bengals scored. All right. I just want to find the holding call. All right. Hold on. Is this where they sack him? No, they don't sack him here. But if you... Okay, it's going to be hard because unless I can slow it down, I can. 0.5 speed. All right. Look at holding right there. That's holding. Guy's arm is in there. Look at what they're doing to whoever this... Is that Chris Jones? He's pulling up on his jersey. His whole jersey's up. That's holding right there. That's worse than the call that they had on... What's his face? But, anyways, I'm going to end the stream off here. I'd love to go through and break down the rest of this game. I think it'd be fun to really show in depth, but we're not going to do that. So, thank you, boys, for tuning in. It's been lovely. I will see you, boys, in the